Why Not Me? A Feeling of Millions by Anubhav Agrawal. Chapter 4, Half Left. A few days later, I finally stopped thinking about Joya. I wasn't worried about talking to her, but one thing that I was worried about was the board exams. I looked at my friends and classmates' face. Almost everyone had a face as long as fiddle. Everyone was busy playing with Lord Vole. I guess they took my idea pretty seriously. Lord Vole, please don't let me fail the exams. I promise I will study next time. I came back home that day and checked Facebook. And once again, to my disappointment, there was no message from Joya. I searched and decided to focus on my studies. In addition to that, being a child of an Indian family, I was banned from using any social media during exam time or any electronic gadget for that matter. After a lot of convincing and talking to Ma, I finally got a permission to keep my phone with me. I was happy. I didn't ask for more, and I didn't ask for more. I got back on track and started studying for my exams. They were not as far off as I had thought they were, but the sad news was that I couldn't check my Facebook account till my exam were over. Group study, which is the pretty famous trick to get out of the house and meet your friends, was the only way to get a break from all the long hours of studying. Trust me, it's a scam. I repeat, no one has ever studied seriously during a group study session. My partner for group study was Aryan. We would do everything except study. We had waste our time by we would waste our time by taking unnecessary breaks for late night Maggie and took at least 5 coffee breaks. We also made some sure that if we were not studying, we would not let our friends study either. We would call or at least text them once every hour to check how much they had studied or to beg them to clear our doubts and teach us a chapter. We spent the whole month studying, and finally the day that no one was waiting for arrived. But is not that life. We have to go through the days that you don't wait for and also these that you do wait for. Oh God, be merciful. Exam start tomorrow. This time I took the exam pretty seriously. I studied with all my heart until the last exam, following the Indian tradition. Every morning before leaving the exams, Ma put a red tikka on my forehead and prayed till I came back home. And Dad, he was busy making me offers. He offered to get me whatever I wanted if I scored well. If you score 80%, I promise you I will get you the bike you have always wanted and the top end model. Dad, if you really wanted to get me the bike, then you would have bought it by now. Why are you making excuse? I would had a lot of quarrels with my dad over getting a bike, but every time he would get out of it either by on a technicalities or with some good old excuse. But this time I felt that if I really scored 80%, he might actually buy me the bike. I just prayed for the best and kept studying. The 2 weeks of the exam felt like an eternity to me. I had butterfly in my stomach on the last day of the exams. I finally did it. No more studying for a month or so. I was on the cloud night. Now all I was waiting for were the results. After that, I would pack my bag and shift from the St. Paul's to DMA. Oh, how I would, how I had been waiting for this to happen. As soon as I came back from the school after my last exams, I threw my bag on bed and didn't even fresh up, and like the toddler who had been waiting for his candy, turned the computer on and logged into Facebook. As soon as I opened the chats, I saw a flood of messages from my friends, but I scrolled past them to look for Zoya Khan, but I could not find her. Where had she disappeared? Did she unfriend me? Did she delete our conversation? Did I accidentally delete our conversation? No. And then suddenly something caught my eye. Facebook user. I opened the chat box and realized that this was the conversation I had with Joya. The first thought that entered my mind was, did she block me? Why would she block me? Did I say something wrong? Oh my god, I shouldn't have disappeared like that for so long. I should have at least dropped her text. Will she ever unblock me? I waited, checked every day to see if she had unblocked me, but all my hopes were waste. She did not unblock me. All I could see was Facebook user and the conversation left half finished.